Hello and welcome back to Factorio Season 3. Hello, with your host, Hardtruck1. I forgot that part. Lose my head if it wasn't attached. Oh well. Okay, so as you can see, I've gotten us to a point where now we don't have to worry too much about. You guys don't have to worry too much about me. Having this set up. Now, this season is going to be different. I'm going to try to do most of the factory with robots. So pretty much anything that can be carried by a robot, I will set up to be carried by a robot. With the exception of a few things. Science packs will be science packs for the science area will actually be conveyed from their assembly machines to the labs. That's probably the most efficient. Plus, that gives me a stock of them. As you notice here, I've done some research. I've started research. I've only got the bare necessities of research. You know, like automation, gun turrets, logistics, and then I just got done with the getting the loaders. I have said before that I don't like loaders, but I have found actually a few places that loaders can actually be very helpful. Thing number one right here is like loading in straight into a chest. This is actually a lot easier than having to put a inserter down that will, back up the line pretty much, unless it's like a fast inserter. But anyway, so yeah, so I have just loaders right here loading into a chest. Eventually, these will be turned into passive providers so that the robots can take from the chests and take them out. As you can see, I've got my standard furnace layout here. The belt, 2 spaces, furnace, and then inserter and stuff and so on. With the coal and the stuff coming in. Power, I have power. Power is way up over there. The reason why I put power over there is because that seems like a good spot to have it. It's easily defended. We can block. I'll show you here on the main map actually. So power is up here. So power is easily defended. I mean, you only have this little stretch on the north for that. Hey, look, we got a giant patch of stone right there. That's nice. And they have to come through all the factory in order to get to the south. As you can see, our pollution is kind of high. It's a little high. It's stretching out over here. I wish there was a little more trees over here to keep it from going there. But I think this base right here has enough trees around it that it wouldn't even reach it there. But anyway, so that's it. As you see, I've got a small area right here with the labs to manually run the labs for right now. So we just got done with that. We really need to think about getting an area going, but I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to do that military one so that I can have a at least a better gun here, just in case the natives decide to get a little restless. I don't think they will, but just in case they do decide to get a little restless. But anyway, I think most of the stuff is we're going to be able to build below the area right here. But like I said, the only area that is going to actually technically not be ran, well, it is going to be actually ran by some robots, and that's the lab area. The robots are going to be able to bring the raw materials to the labs, but as far as taking the science packs to the science area, but as far as bringing the packs to the science to the labs, that's going to be done with belts. Alright, so those are loaded up. Let's go with military research. Okay, and the reason why I did that is to just kind of help speed it up just a little bit. So, what do we want to do? Well, let's get the lab area actually set up. So we have 6 labs up there. We want a grand total of about 12 labs. The reason why I say 12 labs is because the more labs you have, the faster your research will actually be done. See there? So that's why we want as many labs as we can possibly run, but we don't want too many that it's going to overpower us. Okay, so now that we have that, I'm going to go ahead and make a submachine gun. I don't know if you could see in the first episode, the starting episode of this season, but as I was running through the trees, you could see a little bit of tearing and stuff. I think that's because the graphics for the trees and the graphics for and the graphics of the ground are kind of different and everything. So when I get into the trees, it's the screen. Anyway, I notice it. I don't know if you guys do, but the screen starts tearing and stuff. Okay. We also need. Oh, right. I also built a radar. We're gonna plop that down right now. Out here in the center works. Now, the problem with this is I've noticed that once you put down a radar, we may actually get the biters might actually attack us. I don't know if that's for certain. I don't know if that's actually absolutely correct or not, but that may happen, may or may not happen. Okay, so I think we're gonna go about right here. And no, we want to go over here. Yeah, we want to go over here a little bit. So we're gonna do 10. So we have 12, so we want to go 6 down. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay. And we want to go inserter, belt, belt, inserter. There we go. Come in here a little ways so it doesn't keep doing the screen tearing thing. As soon as that last lab is done. There we go. Okay. Now we're going to start with those 3. Grab a little bit more copper. I think I'm going to go ahead and grab a couple of stacks of iron. I haven't done it in between this episode, but I may at one point in time put in another mod that's called Yet Another Resource Monitor. Just because it kind of helps us to be able to keep track of these without actually having to go over and check them all the time. Okay, so what do I want? All right, I want now in my test build, I want 5 more of those, I think. In my test build, I kind of made the mistake because I I made the mistake of making this stuff way too close to here, because eventually we want a beacon. Eventually we want to put beacons on these to make these just a little bit faster. And a beacon is a 3x3 area, basically the same size as these two items. So what we want to do is go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, I think, away. That allows us to put the beacons in when we have them, but then it also allows us to walk around them. Okay, and this is going to be, oh wait, hold on. Oh, we gotta go a little further than that. So, okay, let me put that one there to justify the beacon. There we go. Okay, that's as far as away we want to put them. I kind of forgot that we need to kind of... 5? No, let's do 4 to start with. Pick that one out now. Alright, so we'll just get our red signs set up first. So we need iron gears in this one, which will be fed by a chest for both. So this one will feed iron ore into it. Inserter, and then we'll have a belt here. And we'll need a little bit more belt for what I'm about to do. And we'll need one more inserter at least. Alright, so we'll go up, come down to there. Alright, and the reason why I added this little extra up here is because we're going to go like this, put a chest here, and then this is going to put the copper down. This is going to put the iron into here. They're both going to come out, and then they're both going to go in to each one of our things here. And then they're going to be spit out on some belt over here that runs all the way up to here, about here. I'm going to go grab some more iron. Hang on. I shall be right back. Okay, I'm back. I didn't really go anywhere, I just said that. Alright. So there we are. Now this will come to about, oh, I'd say right here, and then we'll go in, up. And like the reason why I do this is it just kind of guarantees that it stays on one side of the belt. And there we are. Alright, so now over here we've got 12 of these, so we need 5, 10, 1, 2, and 5, 10, 1, 2 of those. While those are making, I'm going to run up here and grab some more. Let's grab another 200 of those. And let's grab another 100 of those, or another stack of those at least. Alright, so now over here, this is going to be kind of interesting because we want to get red sciences going. Actually no, we can't get that one going, or green science, I mean, not red. Can't really get those going just yet. Alright, so with our overpowered power poles, we just need 2 to run those. Alright, we got our inserters, so we're going to go, I believe, top. So on the left, I believe we're going to do top, the red inserter. It's easier to find where that goes. And then the center, red inserter on the other side. I mean, it doesn't really matter if they can set up one, both belts or just one belt. It's probably just easier to set them all up now instead of having to come back and redo them later. So, whoops, that was not the correct one. Give me that back. Okay. Set that there. And then with our fancy dancy poles, we can actually just go a single, come down to about right there, a single, and we'll just set one on the very edge. There we go. Alright, now we need to run this power up to our power line. Actually, we're gonna run. Actually, I think right here is actually where we can put our utility line. Yep. All right, so now this is gonna start making. As soon as I set the red science, there we go. All right, so there we go. We're starting to get red science now. All right, I believe. Yeah, we'll just drop another there. We'll drop another. Actually, let's go grab a couple stacks of those, and we'll drop a couple stacks in here. That'll just make sure that this all has enough. Actually, and you know what? I think I'm going to drop 2 more of these down. Because it'll just ensure that they make fairly quick. Okay. Need more belt. We'll get to a point where we'll have all this done. Alright. After this, I need to check my recording. See how long we're doing. I think we're doing good. We're doing good. Whoop, those are the wrong direction. There we go. Alright. Oh, and then we need to place power. Right click, left. Okay, there we go. Turn that back on. Okay, so now that we have that, we can actually start researching a little bit more now. So I think first I'm going to research lights. I need the more important stuff like the walls and everything as well, but I think for the greater good I'm going to do the lights so that way I can show you guys the lovely base at night instead of having to be kind of dull. There we go. So let's go ahead and make. I'll make about 20 light bulbs. Okay, and you know what? And I'm only going to add them to this machine right here, because this machine is slow. I mean, it makes them very fast, but it doesn't. The inserters don't catch up very well. All right, so let there be light. Nice, and we'll put one. Actually, we'll put 2. We'll put one here. Put one there. We'll go over here. Put one here. Oh, right. I'll show you what I done. So what I did is I just kind of snaked the places where the resources come out. Just through the forest here. See, like here's iron that comes out and then goes up. Put a light right here by the radar. Put a light up here. And then see this one comes up and over. I figured instead of having to cut through the whole forest, I just would take and pick the kind of the path of least resistance, so to speak. Yeah, see, I don't know if you guys can see, but that's pretty strenuous. I forgot to put these, hook these up, didn't I? There we go. We won't have to worry about copper for a while now. Kick those in. All right, and then coal just kind of comes up, and then kind of threads through up here. In fact, I'll run up and show you where the this may be quite a trek, and this might be a lot of wasted. Well, no, it's not really a lot of wasted. But here's a furnace array, so it's just a standard 13 to 10. 13. I could actually put 14 on there, 14 boilers, but I think 13 actually runs 10 boilers pretty good. Besides that, by the time these actually get up to where this last one is running, I mean, you should really, be putting another, line of boilers and steam engines in for that. And then the power line actually comes down a different way. But yep, so that's the guided tour of the factory so far. I believe I'm going to end it here. This might be a little early. Nah, it's actually good. I believe I'm going to end it here. In the next episode, we'll continue to get this area going really good. With you guys, I think I'm going to research stone walls, just because. Look at that. Look at that science power. Look at that. Voila. They're done. And with that, I'm going to call it... with that, I'm going to call it here. In the next episode, we'll continue to build this out. We'll get... in fact, I'll just start... what is it? What is it that lets me... Oh yeah, automation, and I'm going to have electronic circuits. Okay, we'll start electronic circuits. In the next episode, we'll get logistics 2 going, and then that will get us up to being able to do the green science packs. So, but anyway, I'm Hardtruck1. This is Factorio, Season 3. And I'll see you in the next episode. Laters.